Have you ever zoomed in on Google Earth only to find the strange glitches, blurred out zones, or places that seem intentionally missing? You're not imagining it. There are locations on our planet where satellites go silent, where governments draw red lines, and where digital maps mysteriously cut out, like someone deliberately wiped them clean. These aren't just accidental omissions. These are zones that raise chilling questions. Why are we not allowed to see them? What secrets do they hold? From isolated islands swarming with venomous creatures to entire cities erased from satellite imagery, these locations are wrapped in silence, secrecy, and speculation. Today, we're diving into 5 forbidden places that you'll never find on Google Earth, no matter how hard you try. Some are military strongholds, others are wrapped in political controversy or rumored to hide humanity's most classified projects. All of them are off-limits, shrouded in mystery, and scrubbed from the digital world. And if you tried to visit them in person, you might never come back. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll realize the world map we see isn't the full story. Let's start with Medjugorje, Russia, a town so secretive, it's almost as if it doesn't exist. Hidden deep within the Ural Mountains, Medjugorje is a closed city, meaning it's completely sealed off from the outside world. You won't find it listed in tourist guides. Ordinary Russian citizens can't enter. Foreigners? Don't even try. It's guarded around the clock by armed personnel, and even aerial photographs are often distorted or digitally censored. But the real question is, what's going on inside? Some believe Medjugorje hides a massive underground nuclear facility built beneath Mount Yamantau, potentially capable of withstanding direct strikes and housing Russia's political elite in case of global catastrophe. Others speculate it's a testing ground for experimental weapons, advanced AI projects, or clandestine military research. Officially, the Russian government denies everything. They claim it's nothing more than a mining site or food storage depot. But that explanation falls apart when you see how much secrecy surrounds it. The blurred coordinates on satellite images, the off-limits roads, the lack of public records. It all adds up to something deeply concealed. It's not just a town, it's a ghost fortress in plain sight. And whatever its true purpose is, the world isn't supposed to know. Next, we move to the middle of the Indian Ocean, to a place called Diego Garcia, a tropical paradise turned ghost island. Once home to a thriving indigenous population, Diego Garcia was permanently transformed in the 1970s when the British government forcibly removed every single resident. Families were dragged from their homes, shipped away with no chance of return, and their pets were reportedly exterminated in mass. Why this cruel eviction? Because the US military had its eyes on the island, and with British permission, they turned it into one of the most secretive military installations on Earth. Today, Diego Garcia is a hardened base equipped with surveillance systems, submarine docks, and long runways capable of launching heavy bombers. It's also completely off-limits to civilians. No tourism, no independent media, not even humanitarian observers. But here's where it gets darker. Rumors persist that Diego Garcia served as a CIA black site during the early 2000s, housing detainees in secret interrogation chambers. The government denies it, but journalists and human rights organizations have documented flight paths, restricted airspace anomalies, and testimonies that suggest otherwise. On Google Earth, the island's images have been suspiciously limited, missing high-res detail, and with some structures blurred or missing entirely. Diego Garcia is a digital blind spot surrounded by pristine waters, but its real secrets lie buried in military code and geopolitical denial. Far to the north, nestled deep in the Arctic, is the Svalbard Global Seed Vault, often called the Doomsday Vault. Built into the side of a frozen mountain on the Norwegian island of Spitsbergen, this facility houses over 1 million seed samples, each one a backup copy of our global agricultural heritage. Corn, wheat, rice, vegetables, almost every crop on Earth has a home here, cryogenically preserved in case disaster strikes. It's meant to be humanity's safety net, the last resort if war, famine, or climate collapse wipes out vital food sources. And yet, the Seed Vault raises more questions than answers. Why is it located in such an isolated, militarily neutral zone? Why is access so tightly restricted? No tours, no transparency, only pre-approved scientists allowed through its armored doors. Some speculate the vault holds more than seeds, perhaps human DNA, synthetic genomes, or biological materials meant for post-apocalyptic repopulation. There are even whispers of elite survival plans involving this facility, an ark for billionaires, secured against the collapse of civilization. While these theories remain unconfirmed, one thing is clear. The Svalbard Vault is designed to survive anything: floods, earthquakes, nuclear war. But it's also designed to keep us out. Even on Google Earth, while the entrance is visible, there's almost no detailed internal layout. It's a steel-encased secret embedded in permafrost, one that's quietly waiting for the end of the world. Now let's travel to Western China, to the city of Kashgar, an ancient cultural center that has in recent years become the focus of global human rights scrutiny. Home to the Uyghur Muslim population, Kashgar has reportedly been the site of extensive surveillance, population control, and forced internment. International watchdogs and leaked reports claim that large-scale re-education camps exist in and around this region. Mass detention centers disguised under the banner of political correction. But here's the digital twist. When you search for Kashgar on Google Earth or other satellite services, large areas appear pixelated, obscured, or suspiciously altered. Entire buildings vanish from one frame to the next. Some blocks show signs of being digitally reconstructed, with evidence of poor overlaying and resolution mismatches. These aren't standard glitches. They're signs of intentional censorship. And that's where the questions deepen. Why would major mapping companies comply with this erasure? The answer lies in pressure from powerful governments and the influence of state-controlled information. As foreign journalists are blocked from the region and drone footage is restricted, we're left with only a curated version of reality. What's really happening in Kashgar? What are those blurred compounds hiding? If a city can be digitally edited into silence, then how many truths are being buried under pixels and politics? The fact that we can't even see it from space should terrify us all. Our final destination is a place so deadly, you're not even legally allowed to step foot on it. Snake Island, off the coast of Brazil. Officially named Ilha da Queimada Grande, this lush green island is completely uninhabited by humans. And for good reason. It is home to the golden lancehead viper, one of the most venomous snakes in the world. Their venom is so potent, it can cause internal bleeding, organ failure, and death within an hour. With thousands of these snakes swarming the island, it's estimated that you're never more than a few feet away from a deadly bite at any given moment. The Brazilian government has banned all public access. Even researchers require special permits and military escorts to study the ecosystem. But the legends surrounding Snake Island go beyond biology. There are old tales of a lighthouse keeper and his family who once lived there, until they were supposedly killed one by snake bites, leading to the island's permanent abandonment. Some even claim the island was used to hide wartime treasures or illegal experiments, though these remain unverified. What's undeniable is this: Snake Island is a living nightmare for anyone who dares approach it. And while it is technically visible on Google Earth, don't expect to find much detail. The imagery is limited, and the lore that surrounds the island is far more chilling than what any satellite can capture. Sometimes the most dangerous places aren't censored because of politics or secrecy, but because they simply don't want you to survive. These 5 locations are just a glimpse into the parts of the world we're not supposed to see, whether they're blocked by governments, blurred by tech giants, or protected by nature itself. But what if these are only the beginning? How many more places are hidden from view, quietly erased from our digital reality? And what secrets are they trying to protect? Maybe it's not what's on the map that matters, but what's been taken off. So tell us in the comments, which of these forbidden places shocked you the most? Don't forget to like, share, and hit subscribe for more exhilarating discoveries, because the world you thought you knew is just the surface.